bad shit with our relationship is because of you. Accept that. And accept is spelled wrong. And then I'm seeing reply, 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 reply.
Don't worry. She's almost done. She's just taking his words and giving them back to him.
Reply, 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 reply.
She's almost at the end. Don't worry.
Reply, 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 reply.
Hey guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. So this is Best of the Mess. This is when I reach into my archives and I pull out a video you might have missed from a while ago. This judge destroys him and destroys her and even yells at one of the lawyers. And it's so good. Now I couldn't fit everything into the video. This is a summary. If you want to see the entire video where it gets even crazier and more crazy and more crazy, there's a link in the description. Here we go.
And during the course of your relationship with Miss Lee, were there ever any incidents of physical violence between the two of you?
Yes.
Can you recall how soon into the relationship those started?
It started around mid-December.
Do you recall an incident occurring in December of 2021 where police were summoned?
Yes, I do.
Can you describe what occurred that night?
Karuna had invited some of her friends over to her apartment for a little Christmas party. I was also there. During that time, she was drinking, and I had seen her kissing another man, so her and I started to argue. I tried to calm Karuna down, and during her and I talking, once her friends were gone, she started to yell, throw things, and during that time she hit me in the foot, and she was getting real close to hitting her other daughter. So that's when I grabbed her and held her down on the ground so she wouldn't harm herself, myself, or Nevaeh. And during that time, she bit my hand. Once I let her go, she picked up a knife and told me to go away and back off. She locked herself in a room. I heard yelling and throwing inside of her room. That's when I called the police. I told them what was going on. They ordered me to break down the door, and that's when I saw lotion on her walls, her roof, and even on Nevaeh.
Were you violent in return?
Only to defend myself and Nevaeh.
Were you violent towards Miss Lee?
I only laid my hands on her for self-defense.
Do you believe that you were controlling in your relationship with Miss Lee?
I would tell her who she couldn't talk to, what clothes she could and could not wear. No, we're looking at text messages that I sent Karuna. See why I just want to fucking kill myself.
And the next one.
The only emotion you make me feel is suicidal.
And would you acknowledge that that was a threat that you would have made to Miss Lee during the course of your relationship with her?
I don't want to see you anymore because right now I just have the urge to beat the fuck out of you.
Mr. Torres, would you agree with me that that is an inappropriate way to speak to Miss Lee?
Yes, it is.
You've asked Miss Lee or told Miss Lee to send you pictures of the underwear she is wearing at a specific time, correct?
Yes.
Do you deny that you've hit her?
No.
On December 10th, you met Miss Lee's stepmom and her dad, Miss Lee's dad, for an exchange of Grayson, correct?
Yes.
And you brought a gun to that exchange, did you not?
I open carry, yes I do.
You told Miss Lee that if she got extensions in her hair, that you would rip those out, didn't you?
I possibly did, yes.
Okay, but we do have evidence of domestic abuse, and we have evidence that the child...
On both sides, though, Ms. Murtaugh, because I did take judicial notice. I was there at those hearings. I heard back and forth. I heard everything. And I have just read all of these too, all of these text messages right now. So it's not just one or the other. Maybe one is more of the aggressor, but you may continue.
Well, if the court does find that one is more the aggressor, I do also think that is important. The safety of the child.
You have to prove that, though. Nothing has been proven to me yet which one is the most of the aggressor or which incident one was. So
Okay.
we're pretty much equal ground right now, but I have to look at the safety and the welfare of the child, and that's what I'm going to do.
and it's paramount. And so I think the court doesn't really need my argument. It sounds like we're good.
All right. Anything from you, Mr. Torres?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing? You don't want to argue anything on your own behalf here today? Anything that they're asking me to do?
If it's for the best of my child, I'm not going to argue with that because I want the best for my child as well.
All right. The court has serious concerns as to the safety and the well-being of this child. Safety and the well-being of Ms. Lee. Mr. Torres is he's in the military. He has access to weapons. He is very fit, very spry. He would be able to overtake Ms. Lee, and it's quite apparent. Can't see it now with her on Zoom, but I'm sure each of you have met her in person, and you know she is a tiny little thing. She is small.
Hey, wait. Tiny things are dangerous, right? Right? Tiny things are dangerous, right?
In stature, she is small in size, and she would not be able to hold herself against Mr. Torres. That is certain. But again, the focus here today is on Grayson and what the court needs to do to ensure that she is safe. Again, at the last hearing, on the November 30th hearing, I had no indication to believe that there was continued violence, that the parties have had reconciled shortly after those very devastating or hearings that had devastating information presented to the court. The court doesn't get to decide or determine what parties reconcile, what parties try and make a go of it, what parties try to stay together. So I did not get to determine that. I did not get to decide for the best interest of Grayson if they should continue to try to reconcile or not. But they are not together. It is quite clear. And this child was quite honestly put in the middle of violence and severe violence, because we do have threatening of beating each other up, wishing or wanting to see people dead, and wanting to kill themselves and have suicidal attempts, or at least insinuations. And in looking at these text messages, oh my God, this is absolutely no way to speak to the mother of your child. You don't go calling her a C word. You don't go calling and saying that you wish that, she were dead, and then you'd kill yourself. This is absolutely appalling to read these messages. It's appalling. And then I believe I'm reading these messages correctly, where it's not labeled as 2 pages. I'd like to see that next time, Ms. Royaz, if you're in a court, you please need to label the number of pages so the court can easily identify what I'm talking about. Then page 10, I think I'm looking at this right, to say where he was trying to get a response from her, and he goes, fucking reply, damn it. Look at what you are fucking doing to me. All the bad shit with our relationship is because of you. Accept that, and accept is spelled wrong. That shit right fucking now. And then I'm seeseeing reply, all of those replies. He's asking, and it goes from 9:35 to 9:36. I think times are cut off on some of these other ones, unless I'm looking at this wrong, but it looks like he's asking for her to reply and responding and saying now, reply. That tells me that there is desperation there, and there's desperation there, and there's desperation there. Serious things can happen. And it's scary. It's scary for Grayson. It's scary for Ms. Lee. It's scary for Mr. Torres. And it's scary for anyone in their wake. I don't know what to do. And then it goes on on page 11, no. Yeah, on page 11, it does a little bit more replies, but just a few. Then on page 13, it has a whole page of replies, and page 14, a whole page of replies. And it goes at different times. So it leads me to believe that this is exactly what he's doing. Reply, reply. And his text to her was reply, reply, reply. Seconds after seconds after
We got it,
seconds.
Judge. We
Again,
definitely got it.
extreme desperation. So I'm unsure if Mr. Torres has the ability to even control himself. And that is scary. And then weapons are involved. And at one time, there was an injunction, and the court did remove his ability to own or possess a firearm. But then that was asked to be withdrawn by Ms. Lee. The court can only protect people to the level and the ability that they allow the court to protect them. This child is a year, and I think he said a year and 5 months already. I believe the last time he saw Grayson, that he testified at the November 30th hearing, she was, I think, 4 months old, if I'm recalling correctly, something along that age. And so Grayson has no idea who Mr. Torres is. Grayson has no idea who the grandmother is. She has no connection with them at all. So that alone is going to be scary for Grayson. So what the court is going to do is I'm vacating my temporary order completely in its entirety. I'm going to issue a new temporary order. For the time being, this is January. For the time being, Mr. Torres can have supervised visitation with Grayson. His mother can have supervised visitation with Grayson, but it will be at a secure setting with professionals who will observe and will ensure that everybody's going to be safe and that Grayson can get to know Mr. Torres and Grayson can get to know her grandmother before she's thrown in an environment that she has no clue and no familiarity with.
It is about the children, and that's why, these custody cases are so hard because of the children that suffer the most. But that man needs help, and so does the mom, because we heard the judge. There is way more to this. You can see the full hearing at the link in the description. That was just the real good parts. Thank you so much for coming out today, guys. I really appreciate it. Bye.